Good morning. I'm gonna kind of quickly go over your article, and I'm gonna do an edit and show it to you, so that way you can have access to it, and you can see some of the things that need to be updated and changed. All right, so here we are. So the first thing you need to do is you need to download this program, like I told you. I told the group it's called Grammarly. I think this is something that's gonna help you out, especially having if you're having issues like writing in English. That's something that's definitely gonna help you out. Okay, so download this program. Once you're there, just create a new document, and then your article. As a matter of fact, you should probably write it there first. So had you started reading it there, then you know don't have to worry about all the modifications and adjustments. But anyway, let's go back. So one of the important things that you probably need to kind of get more used to or more familiar with is writing in past tense. So when you write words like this, like kick off, that means that it's getting underway, right? But if you write kicked off, then you're telling the reader that it already took place, that it happened. So that's why that's important. So whenever you do something like that, just try to write that in past tense, okay? So just always remember kicked off, squared off, played, etc., etc. All right, so let's read it together. So, and then again, just be careful with this. It's not La, it's LA or Los Angeles. It's the first time that we're reading. And put the full team with the name the first time that you. All right, so and Cholos de Tijuana kicked off their first match in the Leagues Cup, a tournament in which Liga MX and MLS teams join to capitalize their football. And again, see here in Grammarly, it tells you right away there. So these are like the most common mistakes in writing. There, So this tool at least gives you that ability. It gives you the ability not to be perfect, but to just kind of make sure you don't make the smaller mistakes, okay? And then everything else just becomes on you, and you'll get better. So a tournament in which Liga MX and MLS teams join to capitalize their football. I'm not really sure what you mean by there, by capitalize their football. Maybe what you mean is to showcase. So you can say something along the lines of a tournament that will allow the MX and ML teams not join, but to showcase their football. And then one other quick suggestion, just have this thing ready, dictionary.com, because here, capitalize. Here you can see what you're trying to write. So capitalize. So basically it tells you everything that capitalize means, So verb, to take advantage, turn something to advantage. So those words don't necessarily fit what you're trying to describe, But if you go to showcase, an exhibit or display, usually an idea, representative model or something, to exhibit or display. So that's why I put that, to showcase their football. This tournament would bring, and again, just be careful with this. See, Grammarly is not even catching that. A new rivalry and the opportunity for the youngsters to provide their football ability, or to prove their football ability, will bring a new rivalry and the opportunity for the youngsters to prove. Okay, so let's just read that sentence. This tournament will bring a new rivalry. Do you mean renew, or what are you trying to say here? But what I would change it to is, okay, so this tournament so you could say could set off new rivalries and give opportunity to the youngsters give on, see, it tells you right here. And it even simplifies it for you as well. This tournament could set off new rivalries and even a better way. So that's the advantage of this, and enable the youngsters. And another word that I would use is to display their football ability. All right. So let's go back to your second paragraph here. And let's go back to this. And here you can set this up from the beginning. So your audience is knowledgeable. Your formality should be neutral as always, general. And here you're trying to inform and describe. All right. So look at all this stuff right here. Okay. So you can literally do this. You can go like you just do it, one at a time. One at a time. Just let it rip, without even so all these are just like really simple mistakes you just have to be really, really cautious with. Okay, so the program did that and you were like, okay, well, great, it's fixed. No, it's not. So now going back to the past tense stuff. So the game begins with dominance from La Jauria. So you can just every time you say la or los, just make sure you capitalize the L. And LA Galaxy. Capitalize the G. And LA Galaxy that was finding difficult. So the game began. So again, begins. It's present tense. So you could say the game started with dominance from La Jauria and an LA Galaxy that was finding difficulty getting past midfield. All right. The first chance for a goal came at minute 1 from the attacking side of Xolos. I think this is unnecessary. You're assuming that a chance from goals comes from an attacking side. I think the only way that you would put what side or which side is if the defensive side scored the goal. But even then, that's rare. So delete this. And then spell out any numbers from 1 to 10. Again, I don't know if you looked at the article or the document. Let me see if I can find it for you. So it's this article tip. So basically it gives you like a breakdown, or some of the tips. right? So numbers 1 through 10, we should always spell out. We should always spell them out. Here's a few examples. With 10 minutes left to go, he has scored 7 goals this season, or he has scored 21 goals. So see, anything after 10 was spelled out. Anyway, so just use this article tips document. Okay. So going back to it. So at minute 1, or you can say, came the first chance for a goal came. You can say in the first minute of the game from Xolos. Shortly after, again, careful with the capitals. And here, you see it again, LA Galaxy. Shorty, yeah, see? So at least they caught that. Shortly after, LA Galaxy opened up the scored. Not the scoreboard, that works either way. With a goal from number 24. And again, you don't need to say the numbers of the players. That's unnecessary. Unless, like, it's like a number 7 Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Like, iconic. The number 10 Messi. Guys like that. And I'm going to go from Boateng. The Galactic team. So what you can say here is Los Galácticos. And then that team. And you can say scored their first goal of the tournament, leaving behind the dominance from Xolos. Yeah, so the other thing that I wanted to just continue to ask you is, to describe a little bit more here, so how they scored a goal, So Los Galácticos scored a goal, So what I do when I didn't watch the game, just to kind of like verify it, is I just go to YouTube, go Galaxy, let's just do one, and then
pay only for data you use and never for data you don't. With Google Fi, a phone plan by Google.
Jesus Christ, so many ads.
De nuestra señal, Los Ángeles.
Okay. Alright, so here's the goal. So basically what you gotta say is that it was a shot attempt here inside the box that ricocheted off number 24 Boateng, So if you go back to your article, yeah, because you're saying even behind the dominance, but like here, where are you saying? So let's go back to. Okay. So the other thing too